Jojo. Thank you so much for joining me. A backdrop for all major things that are affecting a young single woman, because that's where I'm at. And as they walk this journey, I don't have anything figured out. As you can tell from the last 3 episodes, I don't have nothing figured out. I'm still struggling with even the obvious facts of life, of things like marriage that that you had my dad talk about. But hey, you're going to find somebody to identify with, to be like, oh, you too? Yeah, you're going to be like, you too? Yes, me too, me too, me too. I wanted to go back and kind of like go through videos that we posted already and be like, pull out some, because it was a lot of conversation. I wanted to pull out some of the things that really stood out for me. One being, of course, the big argument that all of you were talking about in my inbox. You guys were on my case that I only am interested in money. I only want men who have money. What about a man who doesn't have money?
Because you need to
that brings
a woman.
Me to my next, what I was talking about. If a man, for me, if a man does not earn more than me, I don't want to get married to that man. And this is my reasoning.
No, that's a dead reason.
Daddy, let me tell you.
God.
My reason is, this is not even for me. This is for them. Men have this thing called egos. For every couple you show me that has survived that situation, I can show you countless that are struggling to this point.
And you blame the men?
I do, because a man, one of their primary role is providing, and they will always struggle with that if the woman is doing it. Because you know what, why women do it? Because somebody has to do it. For me, I would prefer at the beginning, at least you be earning more. Down the road, if something goes wrong, like I feel you would be in a good place. You'd be like, oh, I have held this woman, I've shown this woman I'm a man before. So, because for me, right now, as me, I can take care of myself. I can pay my bills. I know my parameters. I don't need you to take care of me, but if you can't take care of your bills, I am not looking for a man to take care of. When you have proven to me that you can take care, and then down the road, things go bad, and let me tell you, this is because of experiences I've seen. I am not that person, honestly. I just want to say, number one, I stand by my statement, and I want to explain why I say that. But two, I'm not looking for someone that has money. I said it would be nice if you, as a woman, did not have to be the primary source of income in a home. And we're in this now. I want you to go with me. We're in this era where women today are empowered. But primarily, and I believe for me in the Bible, primarily the idea of marriage stands on the fact that a man is the provider. But we're in an age where women are able to provide, women are able to, they're able to do certain things, they're empowered, they're able to get jobs, they're able to get good jobs. I would prefer that a man earns more than I do. That would be, I feel, the best case scenario, and it would, I believe, match the design of marriage as God has designed it originally. However, in that conversation, I was led to understand that once you get married, you are on his time, or what my dad called our time. It's not your time, so the money you make on our time is our money.
You don't earn your 50 and he earns his 50, because the time you use, the resources you use belong to each other. You don't have time, your own time. You cannot say this is my money.
Marriage is hard.
That's it. But you know what? Life is hard. Jesus says you come and you marry me. How do you relate to
singleness
Jesus?
is easier. I don't have to deal with all this.
No.
I wish that men would understand that, because for me the reason I would like for that to happen is because I've seen this in so many people, so many men, so many marriages. I've seen that there has been an issue where men struggle when a woman earns more than they do. Even though the time is ours and the money is ours, they struggle with that. We are in a day and age where you find women have the ability, the possibility, the strength, the opportunities to earn more than the man. After talking about that, I realized that one of the reasons why we talked about the fact that men are the reason. Remember that? Men are the reason why women are not married. The reason why most women are not married is because men
I'm not ready.
Because of men. Men, you're the reason.
It's true. It's true. I can say that. I usually push young men to get married. I no longer. I ask them, what are you afraid of? And that's true. Every young man is afraid that if I marry my she may be more powerful. That's the language they talk. Yeah, I really want to marry one who is powerful, so I have to be something to show. They are busy trying to show because the toys are the ones that show to prove that they are men. No.
Men had an issue with this one as well. But my thoughts on men earning more than women, I feel that could be the reason why men are holding back and not wanting to get married, because they're trying to get to that place that women expect them to be. So at the end of this, at the end of that conversation, I really felt so confused. As you will see, like I went back and forth. I'm still struggling with this and trying to figure out, like, really what is the way to go. There is what you want, but what is going to be the reality. And so in that case, I realized, like, okay, women might have expectations, and those expectations are the ones which push men to not get married when they want to, because they want to be like, oh, I want to be that kind of a man who, earns more than you do, or has this in place. And so that becomes like a cycle. Okay, so we're not getting married, and we need you to be at a certain level. But okay, then that means we're not getting married yet. But men, you're the reason why we're not getting married, but you guys want this, and it's kind of like both fit each other. So I am questioning that statement. However, I feel like it's true. I would like to compare it to the days of old, where women weren't as empowered as they are today. They didn't necessarily have a job, and so it was imperative on a man to kind of like work and establish themselves. They both would work together. You'd find a man and they didn't have much, and you'd be like, no, we shall work together, okay? And it was a joint effort, and it was more understandable, but it was more because women hadn't gotten the place that they have today in society. So it was much easier then. And I don't know yet how we can strike a balance between the newly found empowerment for the women that has happened, to kind of like adjust it to still fit this design of marriage where men can be also free, or maybe we women would need to be okay. But for me, I feel like women are normally okay. It's men who have the issues because of their egos. They're like, okay, she's earning more than I do. Every situation that I've had, most situations that I've had have been situations like this that would require a man, a man would end up telling the woman to stop working, or yeah, and I'm not talking about like people who are higher up, like even take it down to the very bottom, like a man not being like a hustler, these people who don't have a 9 to 5, and a woman gets a simple 9 to 5 job and they have steady income, and that becomes a point of contention in the family, and you're like, it's for the family. So for me, I believe that the reason why men should earn more, it's for them. It's not to be better than the woman. No, it's for them to be able to stand in that strength as a man, their God-given responsibility of providing. That's where I'm coming from. It's not because I'm looking for a man who has a lot of money or whatever. It will be good, but that's not where I'm coming from. However, that leads me to the point of toys. I think, yes, my dad was so right. Toys. He talked about toys a lot, and the idols, the things. We're so, this generation is so obsessed with toys, and I think that's why the idea of let them earn more than I do, because it will allow them more, ability to do whatever they want, to get whatever toys, to get the happiness they want outside of my happiness, and I think vice versa. But I think like toys is definitely a huge issue, and men are busy out there trying to get toys which women are demanding for.
Maziwa dawa kefir is a fermented milk made from kefir grains. It is referred to as a miracle drink because of the many health benefits that it has, both nutritional and medicinal. Some of the benefits include managing blood sugar, lowering the risk of diabetes, treating ulcers, treating allergies, treating diarrhea in both adults and children, acting as a painkiller for anything, and menstrual cramps. It reduces the cholesterol in your blood. It reduces the blood sugar in your blood. It reduces high blood pressure. It improves your mental health. It acts as a body cleanser. It promotes microbiome health. Follow us on Maziwa Dawa both on Facebook and Instagram for more information or to place an order.
Toys being cars, houses, phones, I think, even land, whatever, at the expense of let's work on this together. I really feel like I would love to work with my husband to build our empire. I would definitely would like to be like, okay, let's do this together. Let's come from the ground together. However, even there, if I'm getting 100,000, please get 150. It's for you. I want to be proven wrong. I want to meet a man who will be so secure in them earning less, and I hope I have the grace to be like, hey, good. I can take care of this and that and that. We can take care. We can take care of with our money, whatever. But I'd like to be proven wrong, that a man can be fully secure in them earning less than a woman does. And I mean a man who's working, not a man who's lazy and wants to just sit back and I don't think men love that, the idea of women earning more. But I think that I just don't see that. Them just seeing a man who is like a money man who loves to work, and they're also like very, very chill about the fact that the wife earns more than they do. I don't know, but maybe they're there. And please, if you're there, I would like to talk to you, because I need to be proven wrong. In every case I think I've experienced so many egoistic men who, even with good intentions, very good intentions, they just it's just what they do. It's just what they do. Like, I want to earn more than my wife. I want to provide. I want to be the one who has got my family. I want to cover my family. And I feel like even with good intentions, they're so egoistic still. You know what I mean? And that's like, for me, I'm fine with that, because the other side is passivity, and that I can't even deal with it. Like, I don't want a passive man. So other things, there's been a lot of lessons that came out of that whole conversation. One of the lessons that I learned was the concept of time, everything, and like I knew that, oh, okay, all my body is yours, my everything is yours, all you have is mine, all I like in terms of what my dad calls toys, like things, all these things are yours. I didn't even understand about the concept of time being his. Like, even your time belongs to that man. And when you look at it like that, it just changes. Even his time belongs to you, so it is our time, you are on our time. Like, that blew my mind, and I feel like I thought about it for like a few days. I sat in it and like, what does this even mean? Like, the concept of my time belonging to you and your time belonging to me. I have the right to ask you where you are and sing. That means, again, this whole thing, like, you're making money on my time. That means that money is our money. It's not your money. That means, like, every little thing that you're doing from them. And I think that makes sense, because when people are going to get divorced, which I don't stand for divorce, but I'm saying if when they want to say, what did you how you're going to, when they want to talk about how you're going to split the property, they do that because once you get married, you are on each other's time. It makes more sense now, because of even if I didn't have a job and I sat at home and just raised kids, I was holding you down. I would cook for you food, I would look after the children, I would do everything at home to allow you to go and earn money on our time to provide for us. So definitely, I'd be entitled in everything that you did on our time. Man, this our time thing has kind of like changed a little bit of my perspective on marriage, for better and for worse. Like, it makes me more scared of it, but at the same time it makes me more, it makes sense. You know what I mean? Yes. Another lesson that I learned is you need to stop looking for that man who is like this, like this, like this, and instead be the woman that is like this. Because for me, from where I was coming from, and I remember when one of the arguments we had in that conversation was about, but it should be the man, it should be the man leading in this. And my dad was like, but I don't guarantee you that. It's not always good. You just have to do your part. And what if they don't? Well, you do your part. That's all you're supposed to do. And that is very difficult to take and swallow. It's just a lot. But in one way, it's like, it's right. It's the truth. It's something that, needs to be done. It needs to be said. It needs to be done like that. There is a part where I say, what if God wants to use you to teach him the lessons that he wants to teach him? What if you're the learning situation? Like,
what if God chooses to use your money to teach him by, first of all, squandering it?
First of all, let me write that down as a prayer request. God, never ask me, please. Because I cannot.
No.
Please don't use me as a lesson.
Listen, Jojo, seriously, don't be defined by your possessions or even your position.
like, you don't tell God what he does with you. You are his creation. You don't tell him what he chooses to do with you. And I'm like, God, you have used me to teach so many people lessons. Please, not in marriage too. No. Like, but the understanding of that is so humbling, and I'm like, maybe I'm good being single. I don't know. Anyways, and along those lines, it's like, what if it doesn't know how to do these things? What if it doesn't know? And that's one thing that my dad talked about, where he was like God comforted him and said the things that she doesn't know, it's okay because you know them, and the things you don't know, she will know. Like, God will take care for the of the inadequacies. He will take care of them, and maybe you're going to be the one who has to teach them the lesson. This is crazy. This is crazy. But anyways, let's see. One thing that stood out is be careful who you choose. All these things are important, but like, you can't get into marriage and you start saying, oh, what about this? You know, like, all these things are supposed to be done at the beginning. You're supposed to kind of like seriously look into the person you want to consider marrying, and don't get in there and be like, but you earn less. No, sit down with the earning less and be like, can I sign up for this? Yes. Okay, then you're going to be quiet, okay, about it when you get in there. I really think that was a beautiful conversation that we had, and we'll have more to bring to you. But one of you like texted me and said, I am so happy for you that you have been able to have someone to talk to you and tell you these things before it's too late. Like, some of us didn't have anyone to talk to us and tell us these things, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is something that I don't even think twice about. Feel like, I have somebody to bounce my stupid ideas and questions on, which is not something that is a given for everyone. So I'm really, really grateful, and I'm happy to be able to share this with you. But also, one thing that I wanted to say, like, from that conversation we had, I found out so many things that made me be like, I've been on this journey of where I made a decision to maximize my singleness, without even like looking down on the other season of marriage, which I feel like many people, when they get into marriage, they quickly feel like, oh, you are sick, you need to get over here real quickly. And just having the grace for the friends who keep on asking you, oh, when are you getting married? When are you getting married? But what is wrong with you? But what is going on? Huh? But should we? I have some friends who have set me up. It's been a struggle. But I would, for me, I'm speaking on this topic with not from a place of like frustration or anything. Like, I would like to call out to all singles to kind of like live in the maximization of you, live the fullest in your single life. Because I have also, the same way those people are busy telling me get married, I have so many friends who are honest with me and tell, man, it's hard out here, it's hard in marriage, it's hard. It's beautiful sometimes, but it's hard. And I kept on saying, I keep on saying to my married friends, you have two responsibilities, and they're almost opposite of each other. One is to clearly not romanticize marriage for us. Tell us the truth. Tell us, this is the fact. It's not all a bed of roses and da 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 and everything. Tell us the hardships, because what happens is, when you paint this picture of, oh, it's cool, it's all good, people come into marriage with a view that is unreal, and then it gets hot, and people, especially in this generation, run out, because marriage has been romanticized a lot, and made to be like, oh, it is the destination, you have arrived, and it's not. And the other responsibility that I feel my married friends have towards me is to paint this picture of marriage that I would like to desire that. Like, don't make me be like, ugh, ugh. Like, regardless of how hard it is, yes, there's good parts. Show me how you merge those two things to make something beautiful. And don't just come and tell me, why aren't you getting married? When I look at your life and I'm like, I don't want that. You get what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. So, and also, I think this, I'll throw this in there. Please understand that these are seasons that are not to be pitted against the other. This is just where you are at that time. And for me, I feel like at this moment, I am here to cheer all the singles and wait, like just be like a cheerleader for all singles in this singleness season, and just show how beautiful this season can be and how you can grow, how you can thrive, how you can enjoy life, how you can stand on these marrieds. I mean, no babies. Anyways, I have had a nice time today and I hope you did too. Please subscribe to the channel, share this. We're going to be talking about lots more. I can't wait to bring for you